Hello, and welcome to my first iteration ever of highlights from the Hamniverse. So what is this? Basically, I put out periodic reflections and release notes of all of the big things that happen in my life. Things that I've built, things that I've learned, things that I want to do, that sort of thing. Highlights from the Hamniverse is all about condensing that down into a very lightweight, short form version of highlights so that people can get the information that I'm trying to give to them, and if they're still interested, they can still go and visit those release notes to learn more about it. So now I will go into the highlights of what happened in February of 2020. So first off is that I started a YouTube channel. Basically, I've been trying to get more into video. I think video is a very interesting medium, and I've been interested in exploring it for some time. Now, the second reason that I built this was to try and tap into the YouTube universe of users. I already have several channels, 9 Instagrams, 4 blogs, other things, I don't know, I can't remember them right now. But this is a chance for me to try to tap into another set of users and kind of see if that is a little bit more successful for me. We'll see. Now, the last thing is that I've always been a little full of stage fright for presenting to people, for going one-on-one and sending things out here, sitting here talking to the camera. That's hard for me. So basically my goal with this is to try to get over that fear by sheer exposure to it. Highlight number 2. I've been making more art. So for those that are new here, that don't know or follow me anywhere, I basically have 2 main art channels. One is hammy.art on Instagram, and the other one is hammy.labs, which is a little bit more behind the scenes, maybe a little bit more techy. But basically what I'm into is creating algorithms, building projects with code that produce some sort of visual creative output. The first is Monoform, which is an audio visualizer built to run in your browser. It's built with P5.js, which is the JavaScript port of P5 of processing, from the processing org, something like that. And yeah, I have some videos of that around here on the channel that I'll link to that you can look at. The second one is Shifter, which is my first foray into what I like to call creative tooling, or maybe computational tooling. Basically, it's a tool or a way for me to have a little bit more say, be a little bit more hands-on in the generative process. Generative design, generative art is typically very hands-off. That's kind of one of the pros of it, but it also means that you're a little bit far away, and being hands-on is sometimes a little bit more satisfying. The third thing that I built was Randform. This is a pattern generator. Basically, I've been into patterns for quite a while, but I just never sat down to build anything to help me generate those. So I just figured that now is the time to build the infrastructure to make it way easier for a pattern to go from idea to on paper, or some sort of digital format that I could then productionalize. So my next highlight is that I'm starting to work on a list or a backlog of tech talks and presentations that I want to give in person. This is a thing that I want to do for, I guess, 2 reasons. The first one is that I think tech talks will give me a much different audience, a much more technical audience than I typically get online. And so that's something that I've been interested in doing for some time. The second is that a lot of the information that I already put out online are really good, very transmissible to the tech talk format. And so it's basically something that I've already been doing, and therefore something that I want to leverage or capitalize on by just transforming it into a different format. That being said, I am looking for more topics and things that people are actually interested in hearing about. So if you are interested in how or what I'm building for my projects, or even some of the stuff that I'm doing at work, just let me know. Reach out and tell me what you're interested in hearing about. And worst case, I can't talk about it, and best case, I can make an entire talk about it. So let me know. Hit me up here. I'll have some contacts in the info, or you can find it on my channel as well. Okay, that's all I've got for this month's version of Highlights from the Hamniverse. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more of this, if you're interested in getting updates about this, follow or subscribe or whatever it's called on this platform to get those updates. If you are interested in learning more about any of the projects or any of the topics that I brought up in this video, I'll have the link to this post, the original post with links to even more information down below. So again, thanks for watching, and that's all I've got.